Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain about connect file rule in Pega. So let me tell you my requirement. I want to create a one text file, or I want to create a one PDF file, or I want to create one HTML file or XML file, etc. After that I want to write the data into that file. This is my requirement. So my requirement is I want to create a one file and write the data into that file. How can you achieve that? Okay, I'm not talking about multiple options, but here I want to use the connect file rule which is available in Pega. Using that rule, I can create a one text file or a PDF file or one HTML file, and I can write the data into that file and I can write the data into that file. Remember this, ultimately all the files are saved into the system hard disk. That means nothing but a file system. System file system. That means a hard disk is nothing but a file system. All these files are saved into that hard disk. Our technologies, that means either you can use Java, PHP, Python, any of the technology internally using operating system features to communicating with the hard disk or a file system to write the data or to create the files, etc. Because ultimately these technologies must and should having the input output input and output libraries, which is nothing but a file operations libraries. Java is having the IO library, and other programming languages are also having those libraries. So what these libraries will do, these libraries contains a list of functionalities where it can create a file and write the data into that file and close the file. But internally it depends on the operating system resources. Internally it depends upon the operating system resources, because a file system is nothing but a its file system is not related to Java, it's not related to PHP, etc. File system is like OS level, operating system level, hard disk level. So these technologies having the capability, these technologies adapting the OS features to communicating to that hard disk or to communicating to the file system. So that's why from these technologies we can also communicating to the hard disk file system, and we can create a new files, we can write the data into that files. Now my requirement here is also I want to create a one text file. So in a specific path, for example, in my system, this is my assuming this is my laptop, and in my laptop my Pega server was installed. Now using Pega I want to create a file, but my next question is in which folder the file should be created, in which folder the file should be created. Ultimately it will not create a file in a different machine. The file also should be created in the same machine where my Pega application or server was installed. It can communicating to this path only, it will not communicating to the other machine's path. To communicating to the other machine's path, that is a different concept. It is possible, but that is a different story, how to communicating to the other machines which are in the network. Okay, there is a secure SFTP concepts, WinSCP, and if it is a Linux machines, that is a SCP commands, secure copy commands, etc. That is a different story. That's why. Now my requirement is only I want to create a one text file or a PDF file in my laptop so and so folder using my Pega. So okay, now let's create a file. How can you achieve that? As I told you, connect file rule in Pega. There is a integration connectors connect file rule. Where is my connect file rule? Yes, this one. Uh, this is the connect file. Now here already, okay, sample connect file. So this is my destination path, in which path the file should be created. What is the file name? This is the file name, SBI car loan dot txt. If the file is already exist, that means in this folder, if the file, this file is already exist, what you want to do? Append the data into the existing file. That is my requirement. Enable BOM. This is byte order mask. This is byte order mark. Okay. So this is for encoding purpose. UTF-8 encoding purpose. Byte order mark, just go through this one if anyone having more knowledge on this byte order mark, because this is not like a one line statement or simple concept. Okay. Enable BOM, plain text files. By default keep it as enabled. If you don't want, you can uncheck also, but this is the main intention of this one is for the UTF-8 encoding purpose. I will talk about this file connection handling. Keep file open later and just simply save it. That's it. And see the test connectivity, because are you able to reach out to this path or not? This path is exist or not? If you have a permissions to this path or not? Everything should be pre-validated. If you want, you can do that also. Test connectivity. Yes, path is validated and you have a permissions, etc. Blah blah blah. Now can you run this? You cannot. Why? Because there is no run option here. Because nothing is here, right? To execute it. What is here? All these are like, looks like configurations. That's it. Now your intention is you want to create a new file and you want to write the data into the file. So for that, there are two options. You can use from the integration shape, or you can use an activity. In that activity, from that activity, you can trigger this connect file rule. You can trigger this connect file rule. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new activity. So already there is a one activity, create a new text file. Here leave it about this option time being. What is this method? I have a one step method, call it as a connect file. I have a one step method, call it as a connect file. From here, so what is the connect file name? Sample connect, because that is our connect file rule, right? That means from this activity using this step method, you are triggering this, you are invoking this sample connect file rule. Okay, now this is the connector name. Using this connector name, what you get, in which path I am going to create a file, in which path I am going to create a file. Okay. Now after that, ultimately you have to write the data into that file, right? So that's why they have provided a one more operation. So select the type of source from the drop down. Ultimately, to write the data into that file, you need a source, right? You need a source. So what is that source? You want to write from the clipboard, or do you have a one HTML stream rule? From that stream rule you want to write? You want to write from the XML? You want to write from the eForm, etc., etc. There are multiple options. Now what I am doing, I am using write from clipboard property. Write from clipboard property. Now come back to this step. So property set, either you can set the property values or you can set the parameter values, your wish. You can set the property values or you can set the parameter values. So I am testing, I am using param.test value, and this is the message I want to write into that file. Click on save. The same value I have passed as a, the same value I have passed here as a parameter. See this parameter, right from clipboard property. From which property? So this property. From which property means this property. Click on save. Actually, this is not a property, this is a parameter. As I told you, you can use either parameter or you can use any property which can hold the value. So ultimately, you are writing that value into that file. Just click on save and run this activity. Success. Open the folder. Okay, what is the path I have given? E sample SBI car loan. This is the file. So hello, I am writing this data into that file using Pega connect file. Now another change here is here append, right? The configuration is append. Now what I am going to do, this is next time writing. So the data which is present in the file is appending to that, this data is appending to that previous data, since in the file configuration you configured as append. Now save, success. Now just once again open, see this one, this is next time writing. Now what I can do is, and just make it as append, right? Now overwrite, save. So the overwrite means it will delete the data into that file, it will delete and rewrite it. This is fresh writing into a file. Run. Okay. Now open. See, this is fresh writing because previous data got deleted. Since here there is a one more operation, fail. One more operation is fail. That means if the file is already exist, it won't do anything. That's it. It won't do anything. That is your wish. How you want to configure. Okay. So in this way you can write the data into the file. Now my requirement is I want to change from the write from the clipboard property, right? Now I want to change from write from HTML stream rule. Write from HTML stream rule. Just I will take one I will take from one HTML stream rule. Okay. Now I want to write the data into that file using one HTML stream rule. Now just give it as a stream rule, test st. Now just open this test st. Test st. What happened? All content, all applications. Okay, 1 second. Insert above, property set HTML. One h test st. This is one stream rule. Let's open this one. Now you can no need it. Okay, just I want to open that stream rule. Okay, now here write from HTML stream rule. Save it. So this is one HTML stream rule. Hello world. This is my HTML tag. You can write whatever the sample HTML. You can take some sample HTML code. The lot of HTML code, no need. I will write a sample HTML code. Hello world HTML head title. This is Pega. This is end tag of the head. This is end tag of the HTML. Just assuming. Okay. Now I want to write the data into the file using this HTML stream rule. using this HTML stream rule. Just click on save. Or you can use one more option also. Here instead of param.test value, just give it as test st. You can give like this. Just click on save. Actions run. What I can do is I can give a different file name, SBI car loan 1, to understand it. Now action run. Now just click on run. Success. Open SBI car loan 1. Now see the data. What happened? Hello world. Did I save this one or not? This rule, am I saved or not? Save. See this one, SBI car loan. And even if you want, you can convert this into HTML file also. Now SBI loan dot, instead of text file, you can set it as HTML file. Since you are writing the data into the HTML stream rule. See, now the operation is not from the clipboard, right from the HTML stream rule. Either here you can pass that stream rule value, or you can directly pass it as a test value also. Now save. Now action run. Now see this one. Now SBI car loan, one HTML file is also created. Ultimately this HTML file is also contains the code. If you want to see that, open with the notepad. See, that's it. So now you can create HTML file. Now you can use another option. Write from HTML stream rule, right? Now what I want to do is write from the XML rule. You can try it. Now write from eForm. Write from eForm. So the moment when you selected the write from eForm, see this one, provide the reference to the specified source. So that means all these must be a source, because this is nothing but a source. From this source you are writing into that file. The source contains what type of data, that data you are writing into the file. Now here you selected write from eForm. In my previous videos I have already explained about the eForm. What I can do is uh, what I can do is call generate eForm first. That means first you have to use that, you have to generate eForm. There is a one OOTB rule. First you have to generate eForm. What is that eForm values? Okay, because in my previous video I have explained about this eForm very clearly. Paste. Now you must create this eForm rule, right? Map purpose, and this is the target page. If you want to understand this one, because already I have a one eForm rule, integration mapping, I have already a eForm rule. This eForm rule, see this one, SBI car loan map eForm rule, and it contains the eForm file. It contains the eForm file also. So if you want to understand especially this scenario, this scenario, just go through my previous video. Now what I am, this generate eForm will generate the eForm page in the clipboard. Now what I am doing is right from eForm, right? I'm just giving that page. I'm just giving that page. Now this time I don't want to use this property set, etc. Just save. Just save. Now come back to your sample connect, because that is related to the PDF file. Now this time eform is related to the PDF file. Just click on save. I have given SBI loan.pdf. Now run this activity. I'm showing multiple options. That's it. Okay, save. Now open the folder. Now see this one, SBI car loan.pdf file is generated because it doesn't have any values. That's a different story because I did not configure any value on the clipboard. See this one. Like this, I created a PDF file using my connect file rule. So, but here connect file right from eform. When you open the clipboard, the first eform file should be generated by that activity, previous activity. Eform file should be generated by that previous activity. So the generated page is present in this C page. So the source is now C page. That's why I have given the source parameter value is C page. So like this, right from HTML rule, right from the eform, right from the clipboard, and right from the work attachment. If you have any page, if you have any page, work attachment page, and even from that page also you can pull the data and you can push into that file. So you can write from the work attachment and write from the map structured rule, etc. But usually this is used for creating the text files. We will use for the to generate the PDF files we have a OOTB, and to generate the CSV files we have a OOTB, to generate the Excel files we have a OOTB activities. Okay, but however we can use this as well, we can use this as well. For example, uh, let's see, property param dot test value, right? So what I am doing is CSV is a comma separated. Hello, hi, nice. Assuming this is a comma separated value, right from clipboard property param dot test value, save. Now this time generate form is not required. That is only for e form. See, when you open the clipboard C page, mm, in my previous thread standard, that C page is generated. This is one code Pega e form. This is the source. This is the source. If you can understand, if you want to understand this one, previous go through my previous video. Okay, now what I am doing is param dot test value. Now here SBI loan dot CSV file. That's it. Now run this activity. Actions, run, run. SBI car loan dot CSV. Microsoft Excel comma separated values. See this one, Microsoft Excel comma separated values. So by using the connect file, I have created this one. Okay. Uh, so like this, and my last option is I'll show you. Now I want to revert back my changes. Leave it all these things. Param dot test value. Hello, how are you? Okay. Now I am using connect file right from the clipboard property. Now I will use a property set param dot test. I'm good. Good. Thank you. Now again I am using connect file. File. What is this? Sample connect right from clipboard property. This time param dot test. Now My last option is after writing I have to close the connection, otherwise right, it looks like it is just I am using one activity step method, it looks like, but you don't know the internally how the system resources will be occupied. You don't know internally system resources will be occupied for each and every operation you are doing in the operating system, through operating system only. If you are opening this one also, internally some code will be executed, it will connect it to the hard disk, it will pull the files which are available in the hard disk and showing into the one GUI. Similarly, there are a lot of internal resources will working on it. See this one, this is a comma separated value previously. Okay, now come back. Now what I am going to do? What is the connector name? Sample connect. What is my operation? Close file. Close file. That means I wrote the data. Now my job is done. Then close the stream. Close the connection. First time I opened the connection. First time when I am writing the data, the connection will be opened by the Pega, internally Java. Then after writing multiple times into the same file, then I want to close the connection. Otherwise, it's as I told you, system resources will be occupied. That means internally some threads will be open, some threads. Some operating system level threads or Java threads will be keep open. It will take some memory also. That's why I am using a one simple term, simple system resources. Sample connect, close file. That's it. Action, run. I forgot to update this one. Actually, this is a text file, right? Now I can keep it as a CSV. Okay, now SBI car loan updated .txt. Run. Now see this one. Multiple times I wrote data. SBI car loan updated. Multiple times I wrote. First time I'm good, thank you. What happened? Only one time. Why? Because I have given override. Sorry. So in that case, we have to keep it as append. Now write multiple times. I can write the data. That's it. I'm good. Thank you. Now the connection is also closed. So you must close that connection using connect file, close file. And there is a one more operation here. File connection handling, keep file open. So don't do this one if it is a correct requirement, because people are always writing the data every time. This operation has to be done continuously. This operation has to be done continuously. In that case only you can select this box, keep file open. That means the stream will be always opened. The stream will be always opened. You know one thing, opening the connection and closing the connection, again opening the connection is also a costly operation. That means again it will take some system resources to open or to establish a connection to the file system of the disk. To establish a connection to the file system of the disk is also a costly operation, in the sense like it will also occupy some system resources. That's why you have to decide uh, you have to decide yourself. Okay, just writing the data and closing the connection, okay fine. Or else if you want to continuously write the data, don't do file open close, file open close. It will occupy the system resources unnecessarily. So do one time. So use wisely this operation, this checkbox. Okay, for example, right, for example, now floods are in a floods time. Okay, if the dam gates are open, right, if continuously flow is coming, dam gates are always opened. You should not do like close for some time, open for some time, close for some time, open for some time. See, that is also a painful job to the engineers, or not? Like this only, depends on the flow, depends on the stream flow, how the data is flowing into the file. Based on that you can close the connection, otherwise you can keep the file open. If the flow is continuously happening in the dam, the engineers always open the gates. Engineers will always open the gates like this only. Okay, so this is the short and summary of the connect file rule in Pega. Okay, see, it looks like each and everything is a simple, but it's not like that. It's not like that. A lot of things will be executed in the background also. Just I am using the connect file. Okay, in your case it is just a connect file, but in the performance level, memory utilization level, memory optimization level, there are a lot of factors depending on that. Okay, I hope you understand this connect file video, which is used to generate a file in a destination path of the server, in a destination path of the server. Okay, thank you.